Okay. Welcome, guys, to my first D&D campaign. Allow me to set the scene for you. All of you are renowned in some way, shape, or form. You've carved a path for yourself in the world, and you've made a name for yourself as well. You have a certain level of ability that's far beyond the norm. And each of you, at some point, somewhere, currently out in the material plane, have made a wish. What it's for, or what you want, is your own secret. But after making that wish, as soon as you lay down your head and you go to sleep for the night, wherever you are in the world, you feel this tingling in your brain and this like strange lifting sensation as if you were astral projecting almost out of your body. And when you awake, you're not where you last slept. You awake in the middle of a small field, dirt patched, in this small clearing. There's no vegetation around you, but there are several other bodies of people you don't recognize. They seem to be breathing. And all around you, surrounding on every side, even covering up the sky so you can't quite even see the stars, are long, like, spindly, narrowed bows of trees and trunks that are intertwined, but they're not any kind of trunk you've seen before. These are bluish and dark purple, and the leaves are these golden, reddish browns and don't quite have the same shape as any leaf you've seen before. There's small, like translucent glows coming from in between the trees and even on them, and they seem to move and shift. And if you turn your eyes skyward, you see no sky. It's completely dark through any small opening through these spindled and web-like tree branches that completely obscure almost any ability to see the sky. I guess we'll start. The first one to awaken of these bodies is a larger man with a great sword strapped to his back. Vore, if you'd like to describe your character as you wake up for everybody.
Greetings. I am Vorenus of Brugge, a witcher of the Bear School. I hail from the Amel Mountains, deep in the snowy caps. Last I've known, I was fighting a ghoul, and then a flash of light. Now I find myself in this strange land, with strange people surrounding me. My one quest is to exterminate any and all basilisks, horrid draconic serpents that murdered my family when I was a boy. I have come to this land to pursue my destiny, for it is all.
And he was just like saying that to all of you, so you're kind of like blearily waking up and you're like, what the hell is this guy waffling about? That was good. That was perfect. He's very tall. Like, physically, he's built. He's a big-ass guy. He's got muscles out the wazoo and a fat-ass sword. You can tell this guy's, like, not a guy to be fucked with.
And a fat ass.
Yeah, I'd say he's got a pretty fat ass. Additionally, the next person to wake up, I do believe, given their incredible constitution and how stockily built they are, is a little elephant girl named Maeve. Maeve, could you describe yourself?
Hello, I'm Maeve. I'm a saloon-following Twilight cleric, and I am a acolyte, following behind my mother and my father, who died when I was very young, of course. And I was just studying and meditating, doing some memorization of some spells in the darkness when I made a wish to saloon, and I found myself kind of cast into a deep slumber, and I woke up just now, and I'm listening to some weirdo waffle on about some strange beholdings of himself, and I'm not really sure what to think of this.
Perfect. And you're, so everyone can know, like, physically, you're, what's it called again? It starts with an L, right? Katrin or whatever. What's it called when you're an elephant person? Loxodon, that's what it's called. So Maeve is a Loxodon, and she's got like this like
I'm a purple elephant.
Cute. Perfect. Okay. Next, as you hear the rustling of these bodies moving and shuffling around you, these people, you hear the sound of a great sword, like a big sword scraping against the ground, and the smallest of the bunch begins to awaken. Jim, do you want to describe your character?
I am the famed mercenary Bubbly! I have come here to greet you all. I am from the Band of the Pigeon, famed for the many killings of bandits and monsters.
A man after my own heart. Impressive.
Now, there are two more members who aren't quite as constitutionally sound as those before, and they're quickly roused by the loud proclamations of Bobley, and I do believe that next would be Scifri's character. What do you think in Scifri? What do you got?
I am Sir Alwyn the All-Knowing, advisor to the masked wards of Waterdeep, scion to the Harper King, and worshipper of Ogmar, the Lord of Knowledge. I ply my trade as a sorcerer across the coasts of Faerun, where I might lay the secrets of the magical arts bare.
What?
And
Sorcerers always talking riddles.
finally, our last member has been roused from their slumber as well in this small little dirt clearing in the middle of these woods, and that would be Verily. What's your character?
I was gonna try to do a voice, but fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go for it. I almost threw up. Shit. I'm a druid elf man named Animorph, and I brain don't work too good.
This one seems a little simple. Did he hit his head on the way here?
Before that, not here. I live in forest in hut away, and like forgot how to speak and stuff. I don't know, man. I didn't get this far.
Confused from his travels, you all find yourselves here, transported by means that you do not know or can't understand. And you're surrounded by these people you don't know, who luckily decided to just immediately explain who they are to each other, so that was quite helpful. And you're surrounded. There seems to be no exit to these trees. It's completely packed, it's dense, and you're in this little patch.
Is it dark?
It is dark. It is a twilight-esque kind of like near the end of the day. There's no immediate way to tell where the sunlight's coming from because strangely, through the boughs of the trees, as if the sunset was coming from all directions, it seems like the lights and shadows shimmer, and there are little glints of god rays, to describe it, coming through the boughs of the trees, but from all sides. And if you look, your shadow is always behind you wherever you turn, and it seems to be following you in that way.
This place is so strange, but I feel invigorated by the twilight that surrounds us.
Yes, the smell of this place is magical. There is
Perhaps.
something foul here.
Perhaps I can determine our location by climbing this tree.
Would you like some help? I can
I
hoist you up.
got
on
it.
my-
And
Okay,
Bobley
okay.
waddles over. It should be noted he is 3 feet tall and his sword is 3 times his size.
Would it not be better to leave the sword?
The sword never leaves my back unless it is cutting you in twain.
All right, little one. It is your choice. Go ahead.
I will climb this.
And Bobley will hop onto a tree trying to clamber up.
Okay, you have no trouble clambering up into the tree. As you get higher and higher, there are plenty of little like crevices that you can climb into, being such a small stature. But as you get higher up and look through the trees, you do actually. Can you give me a perception check, Bobley?
Mhm.
4. Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing quite so strange. It's just a bunch of trees, as it were. They're very purpley, and they just seem to go on for a very long time. No breaks or little ways to squeeze through.
I yell, Bubbly, what do you see from up there?
I see trees.
Is there anything of any note? Is there a landmark or some sort of obelisk that you see?
There are branches.
Very helpful. Thank you, Bubbly. Now please get down before you get hurt.
Catch me! Wee!
I would like to... I catch you. I would like to...
Lovely.
You have to roll to catch. Oh!
Yeah, you have the sword with you, right? Okay, yeah, I rolled to catch him because normally it'd be easy,
What?
but he has a huge 9-foot sword strapped to his back. So yeah,
What do I roll?
roll a. Give me an athletics check, if you know how to do that. You easily and deftly grab Bobbly. His tiny little body fits snugly in your hands, and you can see his little arms and legs wobbling happily as you catch him. The sword is incredibly heavy, and it's definitely tough to carry, but you being extremely strong can easily lower him down to the ground. It's almost like a graceful pirouette, like you're dancing.
Don't worry, little one. I have you.
You
What
are
is it?
so warm.
Get off of me.
Okay.
Now,
Little
Step
rascal.
up towards the tree and I say, I've had enough of this tomfoolery. I will simply divine our location from the latent magic in the area. I would like to roll Arcana.
very well, you may roll Arcana.
That's a 6.
As you roll Arcana, you tap into this primeval magic of a place that is completely unfamiliar and strange to the all-knowing mind that you hold. And it recoils and backlashes at you, not liking the logic and deduction that you bring into this space that is anything but. It really singes your fingers, and the tree bark seems to peel at your touch. But you can tell that everything around you is most certainly magical.
I put my hand on my chin. I go, yes, I see.
Some wizard you are.
Now, as the tree bark starts to peel and crackle, I would like Shrimp, Vore, and Jadez. No, actually, Shrimp, Vore, Scifri, and Jadez, all of you to individually make a quick perception roll. Okay,
Okay, hold on. I'm learning.
you got this. Take your time.
Perception roll.
Click character sheet, then go to perception, and then you can click on the
Under
perception thing.
attributes.
Yeah,
Just
on
on
your
the
attributes.
text.
Yeah, just click the text.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so all of you actually do notice that at the sound of peeling bark, at that horrid as it cracks away against the tree trunk, you did hear a small squeal coming from in between the trees behind you. Almost a whoop.
What was that? Did anyone else
Little
hear
one?
that?
Show yourself, fiend.
Come out. We won't hurt you.
Well,
At
she
Name's
won't.
gentle prodding and a little shyly, you notice stepping almost seamlessly out of the trees, where there definitely was not enough space to hold them, a decently tall, maybe 5 foot tall satyr. He's got white goat legs, very fine white fur, immaculately polished hooves, and a little green vest. And he's holding in one of his human hands a pocket watch. And he seems very shy as he gently walks towards your group. He doesn't make eye contact with any of you, and he looks slightly off to the left. Oh, yes, I would very much have liked to introduce myself earlier, but I saw the little one. He was climbing the trees, and it looked like you were busy, so I was going to wait. Hello, hi. Yeah.
What is your name, creature? Why do you stalk us from behind the trees?
But my apologies. My name is I am Sia Sinan. I am here to deliver an invitation to you. Should you choose to accept it, of course, if you have the time, of which there is little.
Speak. What invitation do you wish to give us?
Well, here. And he snaps his fingers, and before you, each of you, right in front of your face, rapidly there's a poof of energy, and almost like confetti-like, these red cards appear with gold filigree with your name engraved upon them.
What sorcery is this?
The regular
This is
kind.
so beautiful.
I can't read.
You may choose to interact with the card if you wish. It floats in your face, tumultuously, just...
I wish to smell it.
Okay. You smell the card. It smells really fine. It's strangely, it's almost as though it's home-cooked food and baked bread. Very nice to smell, sweet almost.
I smile and open it and read it happily.
All right. Does anyone else choose to take their card?
I eat it.
Okay. As you start gnawing on it, it begins to slowly evaporate in your mouth into an almost dust-like substance, like you're eating pixie dust. It tastes terrible.
Foul creature.
Oh well, they're not meant to be. It's not meant to be eaten. But whatever, that's fine.
I just cough out dust like I'm a dragon breathing fire.
There is a puff, and it is very translucent and pretty to look at. Does anyone else read their card? I assume, like, it's up to you if you want to.
I will read it.
Okay. As you guys open your cards, it's finally written in Common, or whatever language is your preference, your primary language it is written in. And as you scroll through its text, it says quite simply, "Heretofore, you have been invited cordially to the house. Report there and receive your wish." And that's all. And it says, "Signed, the Master."
Well, that's a bit
My-
ambiguous, isn't it?
What?
Well, yes, I suppose. He's not big on wordplay. I came
Master
here-
of what?
The house. The master of the house.
What house?
The house in which I live.
I do not see a house.
It's not here. It's a bit of a ways. I am your guide. I am Sia Sinan, here to help you. Get there quickly, on time. In time for
Is
dinner.
it a tree?
No, it's not. It's a house. A house.
Now, I can only divine that the master thereof of which you speak is the creator of this aforementioned dreamscape that we find ourselves in.
He would say so.
Very well. I will accept your invitation.
Very, very
As will I.
fantastic. I had no idea how happy it makes me to hear that. If you'll follow me, I'll lead you there. Quickly, we must hurry. We're running out of time. And he kekeps checking his pocket watch.
I do not trust you, creature.
I only
No
follow
funny
because like
business.
everybody else does. I'm like looking around and I see everybody else go, so I go.
You'll notice he does look at you very strangely for having eaten the invitation. And he seems to be quite nervous. He's very shaky. And what's that word when someone's like kind of quick to jump? Like
fidgety?
Yeah, fidgety. He seems very fidgety, and he keeps looking at his watch, and he says, come this way. I'll show you quickly to the house. Do you choose to follow him?
I think we're late. We're late for a very important date or something.
He winks at you.
Bobbly
guess
wobbles
I-
along.
I guess I go too.
Okay.
I follow carefully, distrusting of this creature and its would-be master.
He very quickly starts hopping, and you'll notice the trees where he was standing in front of have seemingly parted very, very slightly. And as you walk past just the two front boughs of the trunks, there is a path to be followed, but it's very thin and difficult to navigate. And he hops through it deftly and quickly. Almost immediately, you lose sight of him, and you can only see the little white tail of his very quickly bustling back and forth. So you might have to make it's a little bit quick. Do you choose to follow?
Bobbly wobbles along.
All right, I need each of you, all of you actually, to make an acrobatics check.
Hey!
Oh no.
Okay. Sir Albwyn, logic-minded and incredibly quick-witted, immediately defines the best path to make it through and follow this little satyr as he hops his way through these tree boughs. The purple enclosure incredibly close by. You're like basically having to move your shoulders quickly back and forth to make it through these tiny little spaces. Bobley, as you wobble along, you are immediately caught in between two branches, and they hold you above the ground. You are stuck.
Ah!
The little one has been stuck.
I'm flailing!
Seer Sinan does not stop. Does anyone wish to help Bobley?
Bubbly,
I help.
Okay.
I wish to help as well, but I will
I
let
wish to
the
help as
animal
well.
go first.
All right, all of you cease following and help Bobley easily. It's not that bad of a stuck. You just very quickly just shimmy him out, and without you kind of pull him out of that very tight space.
Careful, little one.
Thank you.
As you make your way forward, Albin, you notice that you are the only one still following him. Is that like you have very quickly lost sight of the others behind you?
Yeah, I turn around and I notice that nobody's there, and I just sort of like sigh and like put my fingers to the bridge of my nose, like just keep walking.
Right. Yeah. So you attempt to continue following him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make one more acrobatics check.
All right. Here goes nothing. 19.
That is definitely enough. You make it through this like very tight-knit corridor of all these purple bows and trees, the very iridescent and glowing. At times, it almost seems like the glows are looking back at you when you pass them. And you come out of the tree path directly into a little open area. It seems that it's opened up. You are in a dense section of the forest, but the moment that you enter out into it, Seer Sinan is nowhere to be seen. And I will change the map. Mr. Cow, if you could help me put everybody on it. The rest of you, you do manage to navigate your way here. There is only one path, seemingly, although it is incredibly difficult to make your way through. You also follow out, and you'll notice, Albin, up ahead, there seems to be a road.
I wonder where this takes us. Should we just keep walking in this single direction or do some exploration?
I would like to explore, yes.
Do you guys, you're all on the map, you see it?
No,
I do
I'm
not.
still on the
No.
landing page.
Okay, hold on. Mr. Cow, could you
need
help me
to
put everybody
right-click
onto it?
activate it.
Yeah. I got you.
Thank you.
There we go.
So, as you guys make your way out onto this road, it is a very old, you can tell, cobblestone path. It's incredibly like rickety and broken. Parts of it are definitely missing. It almost looks like it's faded entirely into the dirt and grime. And around you, on all sides, it's similar trees as before, but they are much taller and thicker and widely sparse. You notice the grass is a very peculiar shade of orange and switches off from orange to purple to blue and even little patches of white and gold here and there. And it seems to have no particular like rhyme or reason for why it is that way. You also notice that there are bones strewn about in the grass of various shapes and sizes. But only in the grass and not on the road. Yes, ma'am?
It just looks like some woodland creatures. I'm not familiar with the type because this is such a new land, but
Watch your
must be
step.
some kind of.
This place is ancient.
Perhaps the druid or the hunter could divine the origin of said bones.
Yes, I would like to inspect them.
All right. You may move forward. You're free to move your characters wherever you'd like. You can activate your token and you can grab them and shake them around, take them wherever you'd like. As you said you were doing it, Vore, your character?
Yes, the bones. I
Okay.
move up to them.
Specifically
and I
those
sniff
bones.
them
All
and
right.
touch them.
You'll notice as Vore's character, as he moves ahead, you'll see a small camp. It looks abandoned. There are bones still inside some of the sleeping bags that have been put down. They're definitely human, or at least seemingly so. And there's a old ramshackle tent, as well as unlit fire. And it looks like some people have been here, but not for a very long time. You will notice the moment that you walk into the camp, Vore, that you pick up a bone, there's a sound to your left. And if you turn to look, you can see, trapped within the vice grip of a bunch of incredibly gnarled and sharp vines, is a small little floating pink pixie. A tiny person with almost butterfly wings. They look humanoid and are struggling, trying to keep quiet, and doing their best to get out of the vines.
Creature, identify yourself. I hear you struggling with the vines.
The small little thing turns to you. You see its big, wide eyes, and immediately it says, "Fuck you!
So, what?
Fuck you! Fuck you! Let me go! Fuck you!"
I
would
will
like-
kill it.
I concur with the little one.
Wait,
Oh.
wait, we don't know who this is.
I do
It
not think it's
insults me.
wise to kill the first living creature we encounter.
Yeah, settle down, everyone.
It insults me, Maeve. I will not stand for this transgression.
And sit! Then sit, you fat bitch!
It irritates me. A lot.
Little one, why are you so hostile to my friend here?
I'll be hostile to you too! Set me free! Set me free!
Okay, now, settle down.
Burn the bark that she is trapped in. Kill her.
Do not kill me! Please don't kill me!
What you do for us?
Good question.
I did nothing.
You must apologize.
I can get out on my own. I don't need your help. You
I
can
would
see
like
that
to
it is
punch it.
definitely not going to be able to get out on its own.
Perhaps if we were to leverage some aid, we could get some information out of them before you take any
No, I would
rash
like to
action.
punch it.
Oh.
What do I roll to punch it?
All right, you walk up to the small pixie and you punch it. You can roll a strength check straight up.
It's attributes on the left. You
Yes.
just click strength.
Ability check?
Yep, ability check.
10. It is a solid punch. The pixie is definitely hurt by it. You hear it go, "Fuck you, you weak bitch."
Never talk back again.
You can't come to kill me while I'm down. Fine, go ahead. Doesn't matter. Fuck you.
I do not wish to kill it. I just wish to punch it. You may do what you wish with it.
It looks around. You can see its wide eyes. It's blinking rapidly. It seems incredibly stressed out. Free me or leave me. Free me or leave me. Leave or free me. Leave or free me.
I wish to command you, little fairy.
Oh,
I want you to elaborate for us. Tell us what you know
About what?
about this invitation, and I pull out the invitation.
You pull out the red card. The fairy looks at it. Seemingly has no reaction. It quickly looks away and goes, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that.
It lies.
Where is
How do
the
you know?
house, creature?
I don't have a house. I live with the other fairies. I live in the nest in the village. Release me. I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
All right.
Yes, you will.
Perhaps you should ask if it's seen our satyr friend.
Yes, I believe their name is Sinan.
Have you
Sinan.
seen our Satan friend?
No Satans, not here. I see a white tail running quickly, talking about time. You follow the road.
Yeah.
I suppose we should free it. It did help us, even though I punched it.
It spits at you.
Yes. Is it?
Little one, if we promise to be kind, will you lead us to where we might be able to find some shelter or
Be
some
so
rest?
kind. Be so
Did
kind.
you say
and
it
help me.
spat on me?
It did. There is like a little like globule of like glittery spit on your armor.
I wish to cast Igni onto the bush to burn it.
Well, we got what we needed out of it.
What do I roll?
I believe that is. What is the
One of your
Igni
spells?
correspondence, Mr. Cow? It is a
Those burning hands.
burning
It's in your
hands.
spell
All right,
book
so you
for-
cast burning hands. Probably at level 1, I would say. It's up to you if you want to cast it at a higher level. It'll make it more powerful.
Just like, you know, Burning Hands is a
how do I change-
15-foot cone of
Yeah, you are
fucking-
definitely. If you aim
do I
it down
change it?
enough, you can. I'll allow you to maybe like finagle it a little. You could aim it low enough to just get the bush and the cone.
Okay, let me see. How do I actually cast it?
Yes, you can
It's
cast that
spellbook
spell,
in
Jadez, if you would like to.
your-
Spellbook and then burning hands, but then there's like a bunch of.
There's a dice icon when you hover over it.
The icon.
Let's do second level.
All right. Jades, if you would like to do that, you can do that. What do you do?
Well, I mean, I just did it like in speech, and you just let
Oh.
me do it. I think generally I'm supposed to be able to like roll for a check to see if I actually.
Oh,
pass the
I'm sorry. I
command.
didn't realize you were
Because it's
casting
like
the spell
I can speak
command.
like a word, and
Yeah.
they'll do it essentially.
Okay. So did I do it?
Well, I mean, we can just go through. It's fine this time, but the next time
Okay,
I like
okay.
want to command something, I think I should probably roll for it.
Just cast the spell. So,
Yeah,
like,
just cast a
click on
spell and then I'll
Yeah,
know
just-
and I can weave it.
Okay,
Say that
so
you
I
cast
can literally
command.
click on it and cast.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, at any time. Okay, so a huge eruption of flame spurts forth from Vore's hands, and it encapsulates the bush immediately. You'll notice the vines unwrap around the pixie, and it begins fluttering away as fast as it can. The vines, however, shoot towards Vore, and the bush, which is not really a bush at all, extricates itself from the ground, and you notice a low rumbling and the sloughing of dirt and grime as something that was long buried unsheaths itself from the ground, and you see what looks like a massive eye looking directly at Vore.
Oh, now you've gone and done it.
What is this beast? I will slay it!
It seems to be a disgusting and slimy mass of roots cobbled together with gnashing teeth with a solid golden eye directly above those teeth. The roots are pissed and singed, and it's angry.
I wanna speak to plants.
Okay, you cast Speak to Plants, please.
Hang on, my thing's lagging. I gotta.
Take your time.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries. Just whenever you're ready to cast a spell. How does Speak to Plants work? I believe it's like...
I think you just cast it and then you can speak to plants.
Okay, that's fine by me. You cast the spell Speak to Plants. You can tell as it warbles, it is angrily saying, bone, 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 flesh, bone.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there we go. It's all plants
I'm-
within 30 feet of you when you cast the spell can talk to you.
Did I do it?
You
Yep.
can't understand it. It seems to be speaking, and no one else. They just hear these weird burbles and gurgles of vines, and that strains like wiry rope tongue moving along its teeth.
It's saying
If
bone.
anyone,
It's saying bone and flesh over and over again.
Yeah. I just say it's mad. It cares. I don't.
What
know
a great
it's
help,
saying.
Animorph. Thank you for your invaluable input.
And at that point, I do need you all to roll initiative because it is pissed and on fire.
Alright.
How do I do that?
So if you right click the fist at the top right, it'll open up the combat tracker, and you can click the dice on there to roll initiative.
Okay, and then I roll initiative for this creature, right,
Right.
Mr. Kai? Roll it for the monster?
Yeah.
Okay, where is initiative? I also don't know.
It's the fist icon.
The fist icon.
Top right.
God damn, Bobbly 19, dude. Crazy.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Oh, actually, Jade, you have initiative in this. You can roll that again.
okay. I don't know how. It's
I
not
think
letting
you
me do
can
it.
right
now.
click on yourself in the combat tracker and do it.
Okay.
Or maybe the DM
Yeah.
has to do that.
No.
Make a private.
Uh,
no, I can't do that.
Okay, I will do it.
Okay.
It was the exact
No
same.
change.
That's funny. All right. You see this fiery monster of tentacles extricating itself from the ground. Bobbly, you're up. What do you want to do?
Bobbly will unsheath his sword and chop twice.
Wait, Bubbly, before you do, I
Get
wish to
him,
give you some
Bubbly.
guidance.
He's already struck it once.
Oh.
If you'd like the guidance, you can do so now.
You
Things
probably
up
have
here,
to
by
move
the way.
into melee range first.
That is a good
Oh,
point.
his sword has enough range. It is large.
Oh,
You are on the other side of this trough of rotten
Oh,
tissue,
yeah.
gubs and gears. The creature is
Oh,
directly on
I
the
did
other
not-
side of it. That's totally fine. You can
Bobbly
move. I'll
can
still
do
take the
that.
hit. That's no worries.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
swing again.
You walk up, you swing at it with your massive fucking sword at this like mass of ropes and vines and disgusting monstrosity. And I think that hits, pretty sure, right? Your first attack hits.
Yeah, his first roll.
Yes. The first attack, you chop easily into the rope, and you're just like, you get that massive fucking sword directly, and you penetrate that mass of vines. It seems bothered, but not otherwise intensely hurt. And your second slash is unfortunately repelled as it slashes and frenzies around, swiping away the sword with its vines. You can't seem to get a good hit on the second one.
Ah!
Careful, little one. It is angered. My flames have enraged it.
Oh, Mr. Cow, the music stopped. How do I make the music go again?
Oh. There we go. So,
Thank you. Okay. Guidance, you touch one willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. All right, so that was on Bobbly. Bobbly, you can, at any point, if you're required to make an ability check, you have an additional d4 that you can use because of Maeve's guidance on you.
Or +1, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it with the 1 roll?
Yeah, because you can see the roll there. where it
Oh,
says
so you have
other,
+1
that's
to
the
any
D4.
ability check. I didn't realize
So
it.
you could turn that 18 into a 19.
I would
didn't do it.
recommend not doing that.
I don't do that.
Okay. It is now
And that was my turn.
this gnarled bush monster bitch's turn. It immediately sees Bobbly waddling up to it and thinks of a delicious morsel, a little bite to take out of it.
No!
All of its tendrils, they strike out in various directions, whipping about. There's a lot of them. It's gonna do a multi-attack.
Whoa!
Ugh! It will strike. What's its range? I believe it has the range of. Info. How
There
far?
you
It has pretty far range, right, Mr. Cow, for
if you
multi-attack?
click on the text of the tendril, it'll show the range.
Grasping tendrils. Okay.
No, the attack at the top.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Where's the range? Oh, it's a 50-foot range. Okay, yeah, it can. This is a long ass tendrils. All right, it attempts to multi-attack then. With its tendril.
I wish to attempt to cut the tendril.
I can allow that. I need to just figure out how to do
You have to
this.
complete your turn, man.
How do I roll an
Whenever,
attack,
it's
Mr.
fine.
Cow? Like that?
Like that.
Oh, that's a crit.
Okay, that is a crit on Bobbly. Bobbly, you
Ow!
are ensnared within a massive tentacle, its biggest one, and it wraps around your tiny body, attempting to grapple you and squeezing you so tightly with its thorny embrace, dealing 7 damage.
Oh!
I need you to roll. Is that on their turn that they roll for the grapple escape?
Yeah, the escape is when they attempt to escape. They are just automatically grabbed.
Okay, you are within this thing's fucking vine. It has you, it's squeezing you like a little tiny sponge within it, and it's getting tighter and tighter. It is now, does it have other moves, or is it just that one?
It has 3 more tendril attacks, and then they bite.
3 more, Jesus, okay. It will then, another will whip out at Vore. I believe tendril? I believe that hits. What's your AC?
My what?
That is your armor class. You can see it on your sheet.
18.
Okay, it rolled a 21, so that does hit. The tendril wraps around you quickly, ensnaring almost your entire upper midsection within its grasp, and you take 4 piercing damage. Additionally, it will strike out at, let me see here.
For if you hover over the 4 and click the person with the minus next to it, it'll apply the damage to your token.
It'll also strike out at Maeve with its tendril. What is your armor class, Maeve?
Heavy armor?
Yes, that's the type.
That's on
of
the main
armor.
page.
It's the number on the main page next to your hit points.
Oh,
Oh, I can see it. I can just open it. It's 20. Yeah, you got it. So,
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. The attack easily repelled. You narrowly, deftly dodge. It seems to be focused on the two in front of it. The vine whip cannot hit you, and it misses.
May I
horribly.
cast a spell? May I try to cast a spell?
Would that be like a reaction? Is
It
that
would
how
have
that
to
works?
be a spell that had a casting time of a reaction.
Yes.
Okay,
Otherwise,
never
you'd have to wait
Otherwise,
for
you
your
can
turn.
have to cast
Never
it
mind.
on your turn.
Okay. Next, we have the final attack, which is a bite, right?
No, one more tendril. And
Oh,
then
one
it
more tendril.
reels
That
and it
whips
bites.
out at one Animorph. And it rolls out. It wraps around you, Animorph. It's clutching you, but it's a little bit of a weaker grip. It seems a little like put off that it missed its last one on Maeve and has some performance anxiety. So it only tightens slightly, and you just feel like a little bit snug as it wraps around you. And then finally, it will take a large bite, attempting to out of Bobbly.
First reel, though.
Oh, real. Yes.
Pulls people.
So I reel it?
Oh.
Do I roll for real?
Nope.
Okay.
Just happens.
Each person
It-
grappled, so everybody who got hit.
Reels
Up to
Bobbly
25.
in with its rope, and it takes a massive bite of his tiny body, dealing 19 piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into its little spongy form.
No! I applied it twice. Hold on. Let me heal.
Raise, you're good. After that, it is Animorph's turn. I see you've already moved. What would you like to do?
I want a wild shape.
All right.
Did I move? I didn't even
No,
mean
you
to
can move.
No,
That's
you
totally
got
fine. You got
reeled.
movement.
My
No, you
stuff
got
is, like-
reeled because you're grappled.
Oh, does the reel pull in everyone who's grappled?
Yes, everybody
Yeah.
who's grappled gets
All right,
pulled in
Maeve is
by-
also pulled in as well.
No, because I
She
missed.
didn't get hit.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I forgot.
Can I wild shape? I don't know where that is on my thing.
Go ahead and roll a d8 barely.
So I just slash roll, whatever.
Slash roll space 1d8.
Mr. Animorph attempts to shape into something. He bends over. You can see there's some kind of druidic magic engulfing his form. And then a puff of smoke and green fire. You see that he has become a giant scorpion. Oh, shit.
What
The scorpion looks
intonation?
confused as if this was not what it was expecting. But it is there.
It's
Alright.
a lobster!
Barely.
Okay,
So how are we
gonna
gonna do this? Are we gonna like? Can he pull up the token and?
Yeah, he
okay,
can.
okay.
He double click on the scorpion barely, and it should pop up the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Then you just multi-attacking with
Yes.
it.
Dude,
you
my
can-
thing is lag. I
Do you have hardware acceleration on?
no.
Omega lol, bad PC.
Your browser.
Yeah, you gotta toggle that to the other setting and then relaunch.
From settings, advanced system, use hardware acceleration.
Turn it on or off?
Yes, on.
Whichever it is not right now.
Yeah, you want it on.
Okay. My
You
bad.
want to
I didn't.
relaunch
No
it
worries.
now.
Whenever you're ready, you may make a multi-attack with your scorpion. 3 attacks, 2 with its claws and 1 with its stinger.
And I do that. Is that like features?
Yes, you double click, go to features,
Double-click
and then
on-
you
yeah.
can roll 2 claw attacks and 1 stinger attack. On 1 stinger, if you will.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Okay. Your first claw attack, you attempt to pinch. Unfortunately, it is a critical failure. All you can do is get your claw stuck in the soft dirt and grime where you thought the Ripper's tendrils were. Unfortunately, it's stuck there. Next, your second claw, you pinch at it and you snap it good. You crush one of its tendrils completely within your pincher, dealing 5 bludgeoning damage to the beast. And finally, your large, like fat-ass tail fucking sinks so deep into this thing, you penetrate it easily. And, hold on, I have to roll a Constitution save because I think you just poisoned this fucker.
No, that did not hit.
It didn't. Oh, it didn't
You rolled a
hit.
12 to hit.
Oh shit, sad. Okay. As it turns out, it just moves all of its ropes around, and you pierce where you thought its center was, but the ropes have moved out of its way, leaving you just striking dirt. But you crushed a little bit of tentacle, just a little. After that, it is Vore's turn. I believe that's all you
I
can do,
have-
right? Sorry.
Oh,
You
I
can barely.
have
Is that
had to-
everything? I keep cutting you off, Omegalo.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right, you're good. All right, go ahead, Vore.
muted.
Oh, fuck!
I stole his voice.
Do you hear me?
I do. Whenever you're ready.
I wish to reach for my sword, even though I'm restrained. Is it
You
possible?
may.
What do I roll?
You just have it. You can grab your sword. You're grappled, but you're not restrained.
Alright.
You have a little bit of movement.
I swing for the vines holding me with fury and a battle cry.
Excellent. Please make a attack roll, I believe.
Where is that?
It'll be under features on your thing when you double click your character icon.
Your sword in your
Your sword.
inventory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great sword +1. There you go. You do in fact hit, even while grappled, which you can break out of, by the way, if you want to. But it does have you like all roped up. You strike true, cutting away vine after vine, cutting through several of them. At this point, you can see the creature. It recoils in disgust and pain. And you deal 9 damage. You're really fucking him up.
Foul beast, I will be your end. Can I do something else, or is it over?
You are currently grappled, and that it has you wrapped up. You can attempt to break the grapple and get out of it. Does that take an action, Mr. Cal?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you've already attacked, so I guess you can't do that. But keep in mind that you can do that in the future if you want to break the
If you have
grapple.
any abilities that are bonus action, you can also use them.
You can't
You
do that
have
as
one
well.
more attack.
Oh yeah, you have extra attack for level 10.
So can I try to break out of the vine with the attack? Or no?
I believe it's a full action to get out of the grapple, but he can just
Uh,
make an extra attack, right?
So this, you can attack the vine to try to break it. That would do the same thing.
Yes.
I attack the vine and then attempt to break it.
Okay. Please roll an attack. That does hit. Or no, it doesn't. Sorry.
Oh,
I totally baited you there. You attempt to slash at the vine, but being grappled, it's harder to hit it when it's so close to you without hitting yourself. And unfortunately, your sword just lightly grazes it. And it seems unbothered.
damn you beast! God.
It is now the turn of one Miss Maeve. What would you like to do, Maeve?
Bobbly, before you go back in, I want to heal you. Just slightly. Make
Thank
sure you're patched
you.
up.
Wow! Whoa.
Your hands, if you'd like, you can describe your own stuff you want to do too. You don't have to leave me to describe it. It's up to you as well. And
I kind of like when you describe it, actually. I kind of want to make it hard for you. It's fun.
your hands light up, and the wounds that are the bite marks and the puncture wounds and blood leaking out of Bobbly's tiny form, they lightly start to recede, and at least one tooth has definitely popped out of him that broke off inside. He is feeling just a little bit better.
May the moon heal you.
While it's still chewing on him, it's actively chewing on him, and he
Ah! Ooh! Ah!
like so. What else did you like to do, Maeve? You have a bonus action, and you can still move if you want.
In addition to healing, probably, I'd like to make sure that he'll be ready for the next fight, completely capable of any attacks that might go his way.
Okay.
So, I give him virtue.
Unfortunately, that's an action. You just need your
Oh.
action. Yeah, for
Okay,
bonus
so
actions and
explain
actions,
this to me.
actions
Every
are like your
time you
main
get-
move, and then a bonus action is a little extra. And it'll be labeled as a bonus
Okay.
action if you can see
Okay.
it. So you would be able to do this
Okay,
as
I
your
see
main
it.
action, but a bonus
All right,
action
I
something like
create
this.
a spiritual weapon then. I
Ooh.
cast upon the moon and I create a glaive of sorts.
The Maeve Glaive.
Yes.
And you attack the creature, the bush monster.
Mhm.
All right, that
Can I do that in the
absolutely
same
yes.
attack?
I think you can. I think you can attack and
Cool.
summon in the same one. So yeah, the Maeve Glaive appears in a twilight sparkle and immediately slashes directly into the beast, dealing 8 damage of force. You can see it almost crushed like a ball, like a stress ball, underneath the weight of this massive Maeve Glaive.
A good hit. Keep it up.
All right. The creature looks enraged. It's pissed. It is now Sir Alwyn the All-Knowing's turn. What would you like to do, Alwyn?
I clasp my hands together and a magic circle appears in front of me. Behold, the aspect of the elements. Scorching Ray. This spell hits 3 times, so I'm gonna roll the other 2 attacks.
Okay.
Second one misses. Third one misses. The first one hit.
The
for
first one
11
does
fire
hit.
damage.
3 massive bright beams of fire explode from the circle that he's cast in front of him. The first strikes true perfectly right on its little fucked up eyeball. You've just given this thing the worst case of burnt eye it's ever had. It blinks wearily and is burning and singed in serious pain. The second ray strikes Vore.
Watch your magic, wizard!
Luckily, it is a glancing blow, but it does deal 9 damage of fire to him.
So can I click the...
Yes, you may click it, and then you take 9 fire damage. Oh. And the final ray goes a little bit wide, missing the ropes by mere inches.
Yeah, I'll take the rest of my movement to move over here so that I'm out of the range of any tendrils.
As you walk over in that direction, you spy the pixie hiding inside the tent. You can see it like hands over its head, fluttering rapidly, waiting for the fighting to be over.
Kill it!
Let's focus on killing the vines first.
All right, Bobbly, it's now your
them all.
turn. You are currently inside this thing's mouth. It is chewing on you.
Ah!
Lovely.
Bobbly will first swing at the creature's mass. Ha!
Its mass is too thick. The ropes, they're constantly shifting and you can't get a good hit in.
Then he will swing at the tendril gripping him. Yeah!
Similarly, the tendril and being chewed on, unfortunately, you just can't quite get a good hit on it. Your massive blade of steel and iron just can't cut. It just keeps rebounding off of the ropes as they move quickly around it, not finding purchase.
My action surge, it says use its special. Can I?
You
Do I
can
have
use
to
that
use
right
that
now if you
as
want to.
I can?
It's just a thing you use.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
not like anything required.
I will action surge.
I do believe you have a whole nother action now. That's the way that works, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then Bobbly will swing again at the tendril.
This time, as you're reinvigorated from your action surge, you immediately find purchase. You cut a huge swath of vines, excommunicating like a fifth of the beast entirely from its body. The vines fly away and it starts to shrivel in midair, disintegrating as they fly away.
Good one, Bubbly!
Yes.
Now with action surge for my extra attack, do I get an extra attack from that as well?
That's a full
Or is it
other
just
action,
one?
right? So I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, swing away.
Bobbly swings again.
Unfortunately, it all seemed to be in that first one, and your grip is just a little loose from all the blood leaking into your eyes from the bite marks and teeth on top of your forehead. And it just bounces deftly off of these ropey vines.
Dang it.
The creature is seemingly, it's pissed. It's at the point where it's very angrily going to start lashing out at anyone nearby it. The first thing it does, it begins to send its tendrils out again, searching and grasping, almost like an octopus where the tentacles have a mind of their own, trying to grasp out at anything nearby. The first tendril will head towards, if they're still grappled, does it do anything? Like it's just still on that person, right, Mr. Kyle?
But just another tendril, more damage. That's it.
Okay. So it will then start to squeeze Vore and Bobbly once more. The first tendril will start to squeeze him.
Am I not grappled anymore because I transformed or whatever?
Correct. And Bobbly is not because he broke the tendril that was holding.
Okay. The tendril, unfortunately, I believe, what's your armor class? It cannot wrap itself around the massive scorpion in front of it. It just, or excuse me, I attacked Vore. the tendril just can't wrap around his massive, big, burly fucking chest, and it tries to squeeze him, but it just can't quite squeeze any more life of it has already grappled form.
I am too big!
Goes for the scorpion. And likewise, can't find purchase along your scaly carapace. It simply slathers along you and feels kind of nice. The next tentacle will once again try to envelop Bobbly.
Ha!
And he easily dodges out of the way, even while grinded upon its teeth. It just cannot grab him. He's too quick. It just grabs his sword and is cut off quickly. And the final tendril will attempt to lure in Maeve, the elephant. Done. And it cannot. It is rebounded easily. Your spectral glaive deflecting it. It will then attempt to take a bite out of Vore. The creature rears back, leaving Bobbly definitely not worth it because it just has this massive fucking steel toothpick. I'd rather get something meatier and burly. It rears back and attempts to bite, and it just cannot penetrate your armor. It's tiny little like woodland spindly sharp teeth. They sink into you, but they can't quite break through your armored hide. It's now chewing on you, but it does no damage.
Pathetic mass of vines, I will be your undoing!
It is now Fairly's turn. Mr. Animorph, what would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna attack, but also I realized we didn't really explain the scorpion thing.
Everyone just saw a massive scorpion appear, although they did see you become the scorpion.
No, like in a meta way. When I explained my character, I didn't explain the random thing, but it's fine.
That's okay. It can be found out over time. We can keep that close to heart. You lash out with you two pinchers, trying to grab this little ball of vines, but it very easily kind of Mambo number 5s its way out of your claws, and you can't quite pinch it. And then your stinger, it stings out, but once again, you strike only dirt. You just can't quite hit the beast as it lashes around, attempting to whack you. But unfortunately, you've biffed it. Would you like to move or do anything?
Nah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Right. Rennis, what would you like to do? You are still currently enveloped in its tentacle.
I grow angry, and I wish to cast more fire. Burning hands.
Alrighty.
Igni.
In a 15-foot cone, I think you can pretty easily make it so you don't hit any of your friends and just get the monster. You begin to blast it with fire. Please cast Burning Hands on your... you can do it at whatever level you want.
So the higher the level you use, the more damage it does. It does an extra die of damage for every level, but you have limited higher level spell slots.
Oh.
They're replenished after a long rest, however. So it's like once per day, basically.
I'll do level 3.
All right. Just click on the Burning Hand spell. I don't know how to switch it to a level 3.
I did,
It's
and
gonna have our drop down.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. The save is a 14 dexterity. The creature attempts to move out of the way of the flames, but it still catches it hard. Let's see, dexterity check. Or save. There we go. It does not make its saving throw. It is unfortunately too enamored with its teeth inside you. You flick your fingers, the little sigil appears before you, and from it, an eruption of fire comes from your hand, dealing 14 fire damage to the creature. It is completely enveloped in flames. And
Burn, you
it's
bastard!
pissed. You can see that the ropes are starting to slough off in droves. They're charred and mangled. The creature's looking pretty broken up.
Bitch.
I do believe that is now... Maeve, what would you like to do?
By the aura of the silvery lunar light, I call upon a wish, my dear Saloon, and I ask that you grant me a moonbeam that I may strike this beast with.
You feel this enrapturing, feeling within you, bubbling up, sparkling in twilight. You're powerful, and you release that energy at the tips of your fingertips, and a silvery beam of pale light shines down across this creature, burning it with the light of the moon. It attempts to resist the power of the moon, and it does...
DC should be 16.
16, okay. It does resist it just slightly, and that means it takes half damage? Is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay. It is unfortunately used to spending time in the twilight and the darkness, so it isn't as much of an effect as you'd like, but it still definitely burns the thing, and you can see it start to sizzle as the light of the moon is called down upon it.
Take that, you disgusting, writhing sack of
It is definitely writhing.
whatever you are.
You can see it's slowly falling apart. The ropes are falling off in droves. You also have a bonus action if you'd like to use your Mave Glaive again.
I use the Mave Glaive.
All right, strike with your spirit.
Yeah!
Unfortunately, it's been so reduced in size that the Mave Glaive just strikes a mound of dead rope, and it rolls out of the way, trying now not to be killed. I believe it is now Sir Aldwin's turn. What would you like to do, Sir Aldwin?
All right. Let's not dance around. Let's finish this. I'm going to expend 2 sorcery points
Very well.
to use Quicken Spell to cast 1 Firebolt as a bonus action.
Damn, all right. The firebolt, it swirls from your magnanimous and dexterous fingers, immediately striking true directly inside the thing's mouth. You can see its tongue shrivel and turn to ash within its jaws. It takes 12 fire damage and rears back, at all of its tendrils lashing out in different directions as its tongue burns within its own mouth.
Still alive?
Still alive.
All right, then I will cast a second Firebolt as my main action.
This one, unfortunately, just misses. Now that it's got its eye on you, it starts to roll around in its pit of like fucked up vines and foliage, and the firebolt misses just by inches.
Unfortunate.
Did it take damage for that, Mr. Cow?
Not.
Okay. It should be
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Alrighty, it is now top of the turn order. It's up to you, Bobbly. What are you doing?
Bobbly!
It's like a Pokemon.
Swing! Bobbly, swing!
Your first swing misses, but you bring it back. It seemed like a fake out. The creature rolls out of the way, but as it rolls, you've already lined up your second shot, and almost like a golf club, you swing into the side of it with your massive sword and strike it so hard you can see it almost part in twain, dealing 13 damage. You've almost cut the thing in half. You can see that its mouth is drooping off of it, barely held together by the vines.
And
What does this creature sound like?
It's a...
Okay.
You can hear like wooden snaps and cracks as the vines are charred and breaking apart. And it is now its turn. The first thing it does is immediately strike out with its vines once more. Now realizing it's in a little bit of a pickle, it attempts to grab the one who's just attempted to cut it in half. A couple of charred, barely working vines reach out towards Bobbly and do strike him. They wrap around you, tightening on your little tiny body and squeezing you. Oh my gosh! Dealing 6 piercing damage from the thorns as they wrap tightly around your body. The next tendril attack strikes out towards Vorenus, who is directly on its side. It does not want that, and it's going to attempt to ensnare you. It does. The vines tighten around the top of your head. You can feel it on your forehead as the thorns cut in, dealing 3 piercing damage.
Get off of me, creature!
Its next attack sends out towards Maeve, realizing the danger she poses. Unfortunately, she definitely dodges out of the way. It can't quite wrap around that elephant trunk, and it is blown away with a... I can't do the elephant noise. And you blow the vine away. And the last attack will attempt to shoot out towards Aldwin, now realizing that this scorpion is not something it wants to be grabbing onto.
That does hit.
It reaches around and ensnares Aldwin, grabbing him, dealing 4 piercing damage as it tightens around his robed form. All right, then it will attempt to reel you all in. You are all pulled into the creature by the vines, if you've been vines by it. Or now you may, you're good. But Aldwin, Bobbly, and Vorenus are all pulled in towards it, right next to the thing. I believe
Oh dear.
now it is going to attempt to take a bite. directly out of Alwyn, since it's just right in front of him. And he just burned his tongue. It's going to show you how it feels about that. Unfortunately, even though it attempts to sink its teeth in, its jaw just can't quite clamp onto you, having almost fallen off of its face. And it just kind of gnaws on you, just munches a bit, and you can easily move out of the way. It is now the end of its turn, and that means that it is up to Animorph in your scorpion form. What would you like to do?
I am multi-attack.
2 pinchers and a stinger? Give it to me. Unfortunately, this creature of rope and vine seems incredibly adept at avoiding creatures. Your first claw strikes next to it, the second next to it again. It's now directly lined up for the stinger shot, and unfortunately, as you do it, it just passes directly through the tiniest gap. It's almost like it's purposely avoiding you, just to really stick it to you specifically.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Oh my gosh. Now it is Vorenus' turn. You are engulfed in its thorns, and it is looking barely put together.
Are my arms free?
You can make an attack. You have your sword in your grip.
I wish to aim for the same spot as young Bubbly, where it was almost cleaved in half. I wish to attack and attempt to cleave it at the same spot.
Go right ahead.
I will roll. Bastard.
You do have an extra attack. Both of your swings, the first one goes slightly wide, and you're chopping into it with the second swing. Unfortunately, it's just too tightly wound in its center, and you can't quite cut through it entirely. And it doesn't help that you got vine around your forehead, and it's like making it really hard to see with all the blood in your eyes. It is now Maeve's turn. Maeve, what would you like to do?
I wish to cast sleep. I want to see if I can put this foul beast to a falling unconscious.
Very well.
Do that. Boom.
Whoa! That's a 29. Holy shit. Oh wait, that's supposed to be its hit points, right, Mr. Cow? It has to like double its. What does sleep do again?
Yeah, it's sleep just makes things go to sleep. Like,
If,
based on how many hit points. So
If she rolls higher than its hit points, then does she put it to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, you notice the beast immediately falls into slumber. Its jagged eye, bleeding and hefty, closes, and all the vines go slack, and you are all freed as the beast falls completely into a slumber, unconscious.
Oh.
Yeah,
You have less than 16 HP left.
It is barely
That's
put
long.
together. It's almost chopped in half. This thing is practically dead, and now it's
Can we
sleeping
attack it
sound.
while it's asleep?
Of course, you can do whatever you like.
Oh shit.
I'm
Do I
going to
get,
go
like,
ahead
a
and,
second
because it
bonus
is sleeping, we'll keep the initiative order for the moment, but effectively, combat has ended. It's almost dead and sleeping. Would anyone like
You just log
to
off.
do anything else? Maybe it's still your turn.
It's my bonus action turn.
Yes.
I want to finish this beast off myself.
Alrighty.
I walk up to it and I use my spiritual glaive again. One
All right.
final time.
Go for it.
I think it should have advantage because he's unconscious. Oh, it didn't need it.
Yeah. If you'd like to roll again just to see if you get a crit, you can, but you definitely just killed it.
I roll again. Same thing.
If you want advantage, it's sleeping, so you have it. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with the first one. Maeve, this sleeping beast, you walk up to it. The Maeve glaive, it spins rapidly.
By
like
the
almost
light
like
of the moon, I strike you down.
With that, where Vore's sword is, you apply your glaive as well, and with the combined weight of you two, you easily and deftly cut it in half. Its eye splitting down the middle as you cut across that densely wound part and pit that is its heart and stomach. Splitting the vines open entirely, you can see all the jagged ropes and vines like a tree trunk split apart, and they come down raining around like a bunch of noodles on top of you as you've completely cut it in half. It is dead.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Good to see you all on your feet again.
easily felled.
I can unwild shape at will, right? Like,
Yes,
I
you
can
may.
just- Yeah, I do that, and then I just start crying because I didn't even hit it once.
You all see its destroyed mass of tentacles, and you hear these slight, like, shrill cries as the pixie is still inside that tent. Alvin, you know this. It's attempting to hide and wait for combat to be over.
Yes, a fine display and a good lesson of why not to fuck with nature.
Perhaps I was too rash in burning the bush. Forgiveness.
Now then, I'm gonna take a little peek inside this tent, see what's in there.
You see the pixie rifling through various empty jars and containers, trying to find something. It's like inspecting it and then quickly throwing it away.
Now, what in the devil would you be looking for?
It turns to look at you. I was scavenging so I could help my village.
And there's something in this tent worth scavenging?
No. It's mine anyway, if I found it.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes, you may. You get the feeling that the pixie is lying to you. Its eyes are shifty, and you can tell that it has been piling things in a corner that seemingly were valuable to it.
I would like to step in and begin to investigate.
As you step in, the pixie flies up in your face. Stop! Stop! It's mine! It's mine!
Can I see what's in the corner?
Yes, you may. As you examine the corner, you notice that there's a small pouch of gold coins, as well as a really rusted old shield, some various charms seemingly made out of twigs. They don't seem to have any immediate meaning to you, and a little leather pouch.
I grabbed the leather pouch, not the one with the coins.
Okay. As you grab it, the pixie starts, stop! It's mine! It's mine! And it's like hitting the side of your cheek, but it's so small it does no damage. You barely feel it.
Consider this our payment for freeing you.
The pixie follows you out and it's still whacking you. It goes, you're going to die! You're going to die!
I wish to attempt to grab it.
All right, you grab the pixie. It's now in your grip.
I wish to tighten my grip and attempt to crush it with my bare hands.
What?
Hey, wait!
Stop! Chill.
Do I roll strength?
If you want to continue crushing it, if you can roll a strength check. Everyone else, it's up to you what you want to do about that.
Vorenus! No!
Vorenus, please. We don't have any information from this creature.
It has caused us enough grief. I wish to revel in the satisfaction of its death.
I create a thorn whip, and I whip Vorenus with it.
Do you wish to? You just want to whip him on the ass, or grab his hand to try and slacken his grip?
I just want to slap him on the ass.
All right.
I wish to defend.
All right, all right, I'm gonna need you to roll a. Hold on, how does this work? Thorn whip, long vine like thorn.
I put it in the.
Okay, make a spell attack against the target, please.
How do I?
You should be able to click the little dice next to it.
No, it's one of the spells that I add manually, so it's not going to have that.
Okay. How should we do that then, Mr. Cal? Just roll straight.
Just roll a d20. I'll add this stuff.
Okay.
It'll be +7.
Do I do +7 or do I just roll it?
Yeah, you can just do +7.
Plus. Is there a space between the plus? Or...
Shouldn't matter.
I'll just...
9 + 7 is 16. The thorn
That
whip.
has the 7.
No, it is the.
Oh,
plus.
that is the 7. Okay. The thorn whip goes wide. He merely just kind of thrusts forward a little bit, and it misses his ass cheeks because of his thrust, and it goes wide.
I feel the cold breeze of the whip on my bottom, and it feels pleasant.
You may make your strength check, I guess, if no one else would like. Everyone else is attempting
I
to
want to do
convince you.
something.
Okay, sure.
Probably.
Bubbly, Vorenus, I command you to drop that creature. Did it work?
No.
Okay. Vore,
So then he'll save for that.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. So you'll click on your wisdom stat, and it'll bring up a pop-up that says saving throw, and you'll click that.
You can also just click on your token and then click the little button.
Is that it?
Yeah, that
that's
is it. But there's a token button quicker, I guess. You are unfortunately not affected, just barely. In a brief moment, there's this twilight field of vision and stars that enters your mind in a command, a word from Maeve, and it sounds good, but you shake it off because this thing really pissed you off, and you're not interested in whatever that word is saying. Wobbly, you can do something if you want.
Bubbly will run up and punch Vorenus in the crotch.
Okay. Make an attack roll, I guess. Works through me. An unarmed attack.
How do you do unarmed attacks in this?
I'm trying to think of how it is. Is it just like a straight roll plus their
It's just
proficiency?
a strength roll.
Strength, yeah, just a strength roll. Okay, go for
Yeah.
it. Or that's a check. Is that different? I think it
that's
is.
No, ability check would be the roll.
Okay. You punch him in the dick, and unfortunately, it does not seem to phase him whatsoever.
Ah!
What are you doing, little one? Now is not the time for games.
Listen, we already know that our satyr friend continued down the road. We're simply wasting time.
Time enjoyed is not time wasted. I will savor this fairy's destruction. And I roll strength.
Okay, you can roll a strength check. You attempt to tighten your grip. Unfortunately, this fairy is made of sterner stuff than you thought. And the more you tighten it, the more you're realizing it's like almost breaking out of your grip. It's like peeling at your finger and gnawing at it and like being a little biter.
Let it go, Barnes. It seems to want to escape.
Vorenus, it is within our debt. We've saved its life.
Once Bobbly says that, you notice its eyes go really wide.
I suppose I shall release my grip.
The fairy flutters rapidly out of your grip, spitting at you as it flies away a little globule of like glittered spit. That! Oh! It looks around at all of you, and then it grabs its head in two hands and snaps its neck and falls to the ground.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
I dance on its corpse.
Well, that was positively enlightening. Onward!
Wow!
I follow with a gleeful smile. Back
You
onto
notice
the
that
path.
its corpse has turned to dust. It's glitter and dust.
Me not care.
Probably on his knees, grips the dust in his hands.
The dust remains on your hands as you walk away.
Wobble, wobble, wobble,
Right.
wobble.
You guys continue along the path. You notice that as you're walking along the like twilight nature, as you look up at the sky, the stars are numerous. There's millions, but they're not shining. They're like dark and dulled. And the trees around you, they seem like weighed down almost with the multicolored leaves, that like auburn and amber. Also, as you make it towards the bridge, you notice that there is a corpse floating directly in the water. It is bulbous and like slowly starting to sink.
Is its mouth still there?
As you can tell, yes, it is.
Is it as an undead?
It does not. It is absolutely 100% real dead.
Okay.
You get the feeling, just based on the location of the camp, that this person tried to run away.
Something
I wish to
sinister.
speak with this bobbling corpse in the water. All of you stand aside.
All right, Maeve, as you make your way towards
Corpse!
it,
What say you?
you hear nothing at first, and then there's this, and you see a spout of water shoot out of its mouth of this like bulbous and
Yes?
exceedingly disgusting corpse that's been floating in this water for a long time. You hear its voice. It says,
Where is the house? The house of the fairies or something. Where is the house?
"Fairies? No, no fairies. It's his house."
Where is he? I asked the dead.
The path, road.
Well, I think we should head this way.
Hold a moment. Before we continue, I must relieve myself. I walk up to the edge of the river and pee onto the corpse. I also have to pee in real life.
Maeve, only you can hear this as you're the one who can't speak with dead. You hear it go, no,
Yeah.
no.
Forest God! Go pissing in its mouth!
Ah. Refreshing.
Bobbly joins in trying to aim for the corpse's mouth.
Yeah, I joined in too. Why not?
Can I not speak with the dead anymore? I don't want to hear this man's voice.
He's begging you specifically, baby.
Please, please.
Oh man, this feels great.
You're the only one who can hear it, babe. You're hearing it like moaning and crying.
This is positively dreadful.
The corpse
actually have
pops.
to pee. Can we?
It has unfortunately been so over and saturated, and it's just at that point, it literally explodes in a shower of like goop and like old desiccated corpses.
Were we in the splash zone or were we
Vorenus,
fine?
Bobley, and Animorph were all in the splash zone. You do take a little bit of splash damage on this one. No actual damage, but you are looking disgusting.
It seems as though my stream is too powerful.
We were too much for the cooks.
I motioned for like a double high five with the boys. You know, like I'm just
Probably
like,
cannot reach.
Bobley jumps desperately to attempt to hit your hand, but it is way too high up.
I actually have to pee. Do we?
Sure, we can
pause or
take
do
a
we
quick
just
pee
keep
break.
going?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I actually went to pee right during that.
I'm gonna stop
doing
the
great,
recording and start a new one, just in case.
You're doing fantastic, Crumpet.